What do you sell?
Meton, second-hand shoes.
Second-hand shoes, Kantamanto. Boss, what's your name, please?
Jacob Akilmora.
Jacob Akimora.
Yeah.
What do you sell?
I sell fowls.
Fowl.
Yes.
Hen.
I'm representing Fowl Sales Association.
What is fowl?
Lab base.
Fowl, akoko.
Yes.
Oh, I see. In Kantamanto. Like
Yes.
poultry.
Yes.
So you sell what? The poultry fowls?
Yes.
Every day?
Yeah, every day.
That's your job?
Yes.
And you represent who?
I'm representing the association.
The Association of Fowl Sellers?
Yes.
In Kantamanto?
Yes.
So do you have a shop there, or is it a space, or what is it?
We have a shop there. Individually, we have a shop there.
And the fowls are in the shop?
Yes.
Okay, let me continue. I'll come back to you. Okay. Yes, boss.
What my brother...
Now you have to hold the microphone, or you don't have to hold it.
Okay. What my brother want to put across here is, we represent Fowl Sellers Association in Kantamanto.
Yes.
Our hen coop is behind the Ghana Commercial Bank, the back of Ghana Commercial Bank. That's where our hen coops are. And we bring live bears over there to sell. We don't sell only the fowls alone, but we also sell local fowls and the guinea fowls as well. And then animals.
What kind of animals?
We sell goat and then sheep.
So your
Before-
goat and sheep, where do you keep them?
We have hen coops that we keep them over there in the cages.
Where do you get them from? Salaga Market?
No, we buy the poultry one from the poultry farmers, and the guinea fowls, we buy them from north to this place.
Okay, give the mic to the next person. What's your name, sir?
Lawyer Kamperga.
Your name is?
Lawyer Kamperga.
Lawyer Kampanga?
Yeah.
Lawyer means what?
The name the nickname.
That's your nickname?
Yeah.
Oh, lawyer. That's how they call you in Kantamanto.
Yeah.
You are able to defend people?
He is the Fowl Sellers Association chairman.
Oh, you are also the fowl seller? Okay. So in the same place. Let's go to the next man. What's your name?
I'm Mohammed Mansour, please.
Mohammed, what do you do?
Please,
What do you
I'm into sneakers. I do sell sneakers.
You sell sneakers?
Yes, please.
I see. You sound like a very young man. Are you 30 years old yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
And you sell sneakers?
Yes, please.
Okay, the next guy.
I'm Kobna Kizia Riyore.
What do you sell?
I do sell sneakers too.
You also sell sneakers?
Yeah.
Okay, the other two standing, I've not gotten your names. What are your names?
I'm Kweku Ajem from Ponsechere.
Kojo?
Kweku Ajem from Ponsechere.
What do you sell?
I also sell sneakers.
And what's his name?
My name is Enoch Mensah.
Enoch Mensah.
Yeah.
What do you sell?
I sell ladies.
Ladies?
Yes.
What is ladies?
Like ladies' shoes.
Ladies' shoes. Okay. Shoes and slippers.
Yes.
Okay, let me come back to him here now. So, how did you hear, say, Kantamanto Jato?
2nd January. Before then, 1st January, me too quite echo me crew. Until me me free me crew by 9 o'clock p.m. Tuesday, Wednesday. Until me buy no, and I'm phone, me battery no call off kakra to be charge phone. Till now my ada room. Until me die no anopano me pen Wednesday Thursday anopano me pentama ba shop na ma be hwe because Wednesday na omo pie shop wo. Until me tika mu no be frame me say what is second man to ahye. Well, na me njindi second man to because maintaining them until me me basa me ba market. Until me offer me second man to ahye na me say offer na asame ye dey enko no abere na second man to ahye. Nti yes ara me fan me phone say me hwe so na me score more than 30 to 40 course. E me hwe na me friend ni pa ba ko no so. Man na ode nyoma na mame. Ono wa friend me be 5 times. Nti me friend no so. Ono so we tu kwan ko lukuru. Ba o te second man to ahye so friend me sa me ntimi ayere amfa. So me buy na yɛ sɛ bia off. Come and I'm say Kantamanto ahye.
Any other experience? Oh, more. Yes. How did you know? How did you get to know?
Actually, I was in bed, and then my phone, mostly when I'm going to bed, I do off the ringer. So the phone was just closer to my pillow. And then I received a call from this gentleman, Mr. Enoch. I received a call from him at first. I was thinking maybe personal issues, so I was like, let me continue my sleep. When I'm awake, I'll just give him a call back. But then the call kept coming in. So I was like, okay, then let me just see through the important ones so that I can return to them. Then, they were all my friends from Kantamanto. So I was like, wow, meaning there is trouble. I called one of them, and then that was it. Everything was gone. With pictures, videos flying over the internet. Before I get there, not even a pair of shoes for us to pick.
But when you are leaving Kantamanto at the close of day, what do you leave there?
Everything.
Like what?
We just pick up what we sold on that specific day. With
The money?
Yeah. Yes, please.
That's the only thing you take away?
And the book, that's all.
Which book?
The book of what we, account book, yeah.
You have account book?
Yes,
Oh, that's good.
What you sell.
So you take the account book and the cash away.
Away.
So if
That's
today you sold up to 250 cedis.
Yes, please.
That's what you have.
Yes.
If it's 90 cedis, that's what you have.
what you have.
Do you leave money there?
Mostly, there are some people, maybe some of our friends inside the yard. Somebody can come for a sneaker and then he will pay maybe 200 and he will tell you that maybe tomorrow I'm going to give you the rest. So that one you are not supposed to add it to your the ones you sold on that day. You just leave it in the shop and then you just leave.
Oh, but
so
we hear that people leave big money, a lot of money.
Yes, mostly.
They leave the money there.
Yeah, mostly because.
Why?
Okay, especially the mobile money vendors. Mm-hmm. There are some people they can't send their money home because the time they will leave Kantamanto maybe 6:30 to 7, and sometimes before the person will get home, maybe he stays at Amasamai, struggling for car. Ending up getting car around 7:30 to 8. You get home by almost 10. So let's say 9:30. Before you get home, sometimes our roads, the armed robbers and then the thieves are also around, studying to rob people and other stuff. So when you're having that kind of money in your pocket or inside your bag, you'll be robbed easily. So mostly we do leave the money. Those mobile money vendors, they do leave their monies in their shops.
And the shop is locked?
Yeah, it's locked. We have
with
a
security door?
Yes, please. We are in a yard, so there are gates all over the place. Over 30-something gates. Yes, please.
So we shouldn't blame Kantamanto people for leaving their money there. Is the circumstance?
Not really. No. I'm not sure we should blame them.
We shouldn't blame them?
No, please.
It's the circumstance that makes them leave their money there?
Yes, please.
Where do you get the sneakers from, the one you sell? Where do you get it from?
Okay, actually, we do have suppliers from China and Vietnam.
China and Vietnam?
Yes, please.
So they bring it to you?
Yes, please.
What's the average of one sneakers? How much do you sell it?
It depends on the sneaker.
The most expensive one?
We do have 700, we do have 800 CDs.
One pair of sneakers for 700?
Yes.
That's quite expensive.
Yes, please.
That's the most expensive one?
Yes.
Then the lowest one will be how much?
No, actually, we do have some which are more expensive, more than the 800, 700. We have 1,500, 2,000, 2,500.
So if you sell one sneaker for 2,500,
yes, please.
One, and you sell two of the 700, which one will you make more profit?
Mostly, it's the demand. You can have a customer who wants the expensive one, but then the price he or she will be giving you won't be. But then maybe I'm making maybe 20 or 30 from it. You just manage it and then give it to the person. Yeah. Oh,
you see, where the people are demanding.
Yeah.
And then they may ask for reduction.
Yes, please.
They don't want the other one.
No.
They just want this one.
Yeah. But they rather, because it's expensive, you rather ask for for reduction for that one.
Let me come to you on the issue of the fowls. If you don't sell the fowls, what do you do with them? every day, how many are you able to sell?
Sometimes when it is market day like this, maybe Saturday mostly we bring the fowls on maybe weekends day, which is market day, Saturday, Friday, and so on. So with those days, you can able to sell at least maybe 500 bears or 1,000 bears.
The whole association?
Yes, the whole association.
In the Cantonment?
Near our place.
You can sell about 500 bears on a Saturday?
Yes.
That's not bad.
Yes. Because the place we are is divided to two. We have some that are closer to us, but we are near the Liberty House. That is the Ghana Commercial Bank. We have some of our people too are down there. But our part, we can able to sell, and we are all called Cantonment. So when we call it's separated because we are at the Liberty House area there, and near the food sellers. So at least weekends like this, you can able to sell 500 or 1,000 bears. Depends how the market will be.
I see. So right now, what is happening? What is happening? What's the latest? What are they telling you? What is the next move?
Right now, as the whole place has got banned, right now we are trying to put back the structure and then continue the market.
But let me come to you, boss. The land. Who is the owner of the land? The land that you have, how do you...
Right. The beginning, like I say, once I Cantonment is well organized. And I will be a Joshesu. We won't say a hockey, but you'll be a baby or Shesu. But me, I have found Cantonment. And you will shoe association. The Canadian Shoe Association. And you know what? The part, and some you walk in Tarrier. And also at the part, as I wore bags, second-hand bags. If you don't turn new one, if you don't turn false one, and also I wore baby I wore. But maybe shoe line na me stand me senior assassin. Maybe the better say assassin I wore. Until me pay shop no. Because who be say me pay shop. Until ni pa no na or this shop near there. The mammy no. I said because who pay for that. Omo da no omo kire no emra wo ho a be fa so nti omo manami ko omo bo pipa bi ma me say sa pipa no ene na ye ne document a bo asase no he dey e ho bai nti me wo pipa wo ho a kire say sa shop no e media
that just asase ne ye wo dia na say shop na ye wo dia
shop na ye media
asase ne ye hwan dia
asase ne dia no ebe depend mpenifo na omo ye de omo kwaji asase no and the bit me chire mu say omo kwaji free
is mpenifo no omo chire say shop no on sabe san kan na
na de se no ehye ye no ya bobo ye de ya san make stretcher it so far as I make stretcher na de you just say shop no omo de ba
any additions?
Yes. I want to say something about the Fowl Sellers Association.
Yes, please.
Our place, we have leased the place from Ghana Railways Authority.
Okay.
The land doesn't belong to us.
But you have leased?
Yes, it's a lease land.
From between you and Ghana Railways Authority?
Yes, please.
Between the Fowl
Sellers Association
and the Ghana Railways
Authority.
I see.
It's a lease land. So we pay our yearly dues to Ghana Railways Authority. But when these disasters happen, we hear the news that Gbese Manche, Tomokan, he made mention that the structure that we are putting on the land, you know, it's not our making, but we have family and then other people that we do take care of them. And that's where we get our daily bread. There's news on there that the structure that we are putting back on that very land, we should stop it because it's an illegal tent, because they are even looking for investors to come and develop the place. So it's a whole lot of issue. Now we are crying because we have lost our properties over there. And if this thing is hitting us behind the scene, we don't know where we are heading towards to. So it's our plea. You know, the land doesn't belong to us. We are squatters. We came and met the place. It's our elders who migrated to that place before. And they've passed due process. And they released the land for them. So we don't know anything about this issue. But when these things happen, we also hear the news on air. So that's the only thing I can put across for how we, the Fowl Sellers Association, were able to acquire that place. Right.
I see. Very interesting. Anything else? And then we're wrapping it up and we get back into full politics. It's 10 o'clock. Showing on the clock right now.
I want to add something small.
Yes.
They are in for shoe sellers and then clothes inside Kantamonto, where they sell their products. And we are also behind them. When this disaster happens, a whole lot of people, the politicians, the NGOs, they have paid visits to them. But we, the Fowl Sellers Association, nobody visits us to console with us.
Maybe they don't know that there's another group behind.
Yes, that's what I'm now that's what I'm now coming to say, that we are also, we have people like that at that place. Because during this festivity, people prepare menus, is our product that they buy. So when these things happens, and most of the people, they pass through our place before they enter inside Kantamanto, the market inside. They know that there's some people existing over there. And none of them, Vice President, the chair lady, Her Excellency, Nana Ajiman, she came there the day the fire got burned. Former Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bamia came there. MPP General Secretary, Justin Friponko also came there. But our place, what we are, the structure that we are putting over there is from our own pocket. Nobody have even donated a penny to us. But in the market, we are not against what they are doing over there. As you rightly said, that maybe they don't know that we are there. We are also airing our views out here. That if they come there to console with them, we have people like this, Fowl Sellers Association, also at that place. So they can also ask of us, also console with us.
I'm sure they've heard you, and we'll put this information out. It'll be on our Facebook page, and it will be going around, and we'll keep an update with what is happening there. We'll come back to you and then talk to you again. It's 3 minutes past the top of the hour, 10 o'clock. Let's get on to politics now, onto the touchscreen in a minute. But maybe let's see President Mohammed swearing in just to do a changeover as we move on to the touchscreen now. What did President Mohammed say at the Independence Square last Tuesday? Have a look.
Your name?
John Dramani Mahama.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith.
That I will bear true faith.
And allegiance.
And allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will uphold.
And that I will uphold.
The sovereignty.
The sovereignty.
And integrity.
And integrity.
Of Ghana.
Of Ghana.
And that I will preserve.
And that I will preserve.
Protect.
Protect.
And defend.
And defend.
The Constitution.
The Constitution.
Of the Republic of Ghana. Your name.
John Dramani Mahama,
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the Republic of Ghana
to the Republic of Ghana
as by law established,
that
I will uphold
and that I will uphold
the sovereignty
the sovereignty
and integrity
of Ghana,
and that I will preserve,
and that I will preserve,
protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. Your name.
John Dramani Mahama,
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the Republic of Ghana
to the Republic of Ghana
as by law established,
that
I will uphold
and that I will uphold
the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
Welcome back to the show, and that was a short conversation with our Kantamanto friends. Now we're going to mount the touch screen and see what we got over here. Aha! So the appointments are coming in thick and fast from President John Dramani Mahama, having been sworn into office as President of Ghana 2 days ago. This was the first level of appointments that came in. That was on the 6th of January, and it came as no surprise. The Honorable Julius Debra, former Chief of Staff, retained in the position as Chief of Staff by President Mahama. Dr. Callistus Mahama is now coming in as Executive Secretary to the President, a post once occupied by Dr. Raymond Atuguba during the era of John Dramani Mahama's first presidential tenure. The other name is the Honorable Prosper Douglas Bani. He's the head of Interim Security Task Force, and it's been speculated that Prosper Bani, who is former Chief of Staff and also former Minister for the Interior, will be headed to the Ministry of National Security. He'll be taking over from Albert Kandapa in that regard. But we have some security analysis to share with you tonight as well on who is going to man the security apparatus and where is Kofi Boakye going to be. The other name coming up is COP Bright Odro. His name is also coming up for the security apparatus. So there is also on this list of presidential staffers Dr. Valerie Sawyer, who has been designated here as Senior Presidential Advisor, Governmental Affairs. Senior Presidential Advisor, Governmental Affairs is the designation that's been given to Dr. Valerie Sawyer. It's new to the presidential staff list that we are used to. Presidential staff list is Chief of Staff, Secretary to the President, Executive Secretary, Deputy Chief of Staffs, and then some directors, Director of Research, and etc. But well, every president can manage his office differently. So this is quite new, Senior Presidential Advisor, because there are two of them. The other one is Augustus Guzi Tano, and he is Presidential Advisor. Okay, so Guzi Tano is only Presidential Advisor. Valerie Sawyer is Senior Presidential Advisor. So perhaps there will be a few more Senior Presidential Advisors. Maybe Valerie Sawyer will be the only one. So she will sort of be the chairman of presidential advisors. I don't know. Because Guzi Tano is presidential advisor responsible for the 24-hour economy and accelerated export development. That's quite interesting, isn't it? 24-hour economy has a presidential advisor called Guzi Tano, who is responsible for that, and also with accelerated export development. Guzi Tano, we all know, is one who has a hands-on approach to export development. We know about his cassava ideas and his philosophy about cassava and all of that. So perhaps President Mahama wants to revive that part of Guzi Tano. But well, 24-hour economy, we're living to see how it starts. Marietta Brew is also listed here as legal counsel to the President of Ghana. Marietta Brew is former Attorney General and the Minister for Justice. Now, She is listed here as legal counsel. Okay, and then there's also Felix Ofosu-Kwakye, Felix Kwakye Ofosu, who is acting spokesperson to the president. Now, the reason why Felix Kwakye Ofosu is acting, we found out as we were looking at the documents. We'll share it with you in a bit. So, yes, so here they are. I think we got photographs of them. Yes, here they are, photographs of them. Chief of Staff Julius Deborah, Executive Secretary to the President, Dr. Callistus Mahama, Head of Interim Security Task Force, Prosper Bani, and Dr. Valerie Sawyer is a Senior Presidential Advisor. Then Presidential Advisor Guzitano, and then Legal Counsel to the President, Marietta Brew, and Felix Kwakye Ofosu is the Acting Presidential Spokesperson. These are the men and women who will be assisting President Mahama at the office of the president. Now let's get to ministerial appointments. Before then though, let's look at Parliament's Appointments Committee. Now, in preparation for President Mahama's list of ministers to go to the Speaker, sorry, viewers. Let me see whether I have some text messages so far. And then let me take that and then get back to... They're looking for some photographs. Oh, sorry, cameraman. They're looking for some photographs. So, Fatih, do you have some people writing in text? Let's hear the text messages. Go on.
This is coming from Samuel Ofosuba, and he says, the kind of geopolitical system operating in the Ghanaian political jurisdiction is very hard to understand. None can define either 100% democratic or military junta type of rulership. A democratic governance permitting a military armed leader to such a dignified function. Did you observe how the Rwanda President Paul Kagame viewed those military squads with their leader greeting the new president? Many doubts and questions were running through his mind. We need to be extra careful and seriously as a nation with reputable constitutional regime. Now, Master Planner Junior, all the way from Kentampo, says, Kantamanto market security should be tightened. I think the government should get CCTV cameras with a database storage system preserved at a very secure place far from Kantamanto. We will be able to track the cause of most of the fire outbreak in the future, and sorry to all the victims. Clement says, just to justify my curiosity, do we have ATM machines that allow for cash deposits in the banks in Ghana? Are these machines readily accessible to the people who can't avoid carrying huge monies around? Samuel Ofosuba says, thanks be to God that we are fortunate to see the year 2025 with new ideas, principles, and joy. So President Mahama has all these accolades for Nana Addo, and he permitted those NDC to defame and insult him. The kind of politics we practice in our jurisdiction must be refined with decorum and discipline. For our opponent, we do not need to win before we publicly decorate our contestants. It's unfair. This is too much and must be changed. Now back to you, Paul.
Yes, indeed. Okay, now let's look at the ministerial appointments. Can we take the three that have come in? Do we have them? So, yes, let's start with the three that have already come in. These are, we're going to speculate these ones. Excellent. So these are, no, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is Abu Jinapo. No. The Jinapo in there is Abu, it's not John. So let me have it again. Now we know that we can talk about this. It's okay. Let's see. Yes, no, this is the MPP Jinapo. This is not the NDC one, but you can correct it later on. We can proceed with the analysis. Sorry, viewers. As you can see, I know both of them very well, so permits me to make the decision. I think this is Abdullah Jinapo of NPP. It's not the other one of NDC. Both of them are Abdullah, aren't they? Yes, this is Samuel, and the other one is John. Yeah. So, Keselatu Forson has been nominated for the position of Ministry of Finance. Dr. Dominic Ayini has been nominated for the Attorney General's position, and John Jinapo has been nominated for Energy. Now, what is running through all three of them? See it. This is what it is. Now, Keselatu Forson was Deputy Minister at Ministry of Finance during the last term of President Mahama as President, ending in 2017. He was Deputy Minister of Finance. Now, guess what? Dominic Ayini was Deputy Attorney General Is that not so? Yes, he was. He was Deputy Attorney General in 2017 when President Mahama exited office in January. And then John Jinapor was Deputy Minister of Power. In that government, President Mahama split power and energy. So there was Minister for Energy and there was Minister for Power. But now I think he wants to put it together. So all three deputies have been elevated to the original ministerial positions. All Article 79 appointees have been elevated to Article 78 appointees. That's how the lawyers will put it. So that gives a signal as to where President Mahama is going, isn't it? 3 deputies, all of them becoming nominees for their substantive ministerial positions. Looks like we know where President Mahama is going. So if within this context we take a ministry, say education, which is very important, where is President Mahama going to go? If we look at deputies and we take education, let's do education. If we take education, we will be heading towards the former deputy, which is Okudzeto Ablakwa. He's going to education. Is that not a good analysis? Yes, I think that's good analysis. Whilst it's been greatly speculated that that's where he's going, perhaps by tomorrow morning the list will come out. That's where he's going. So based on this, Okudzeto Ablakwa is going to education, and our friend Joyce Bauer may be headed for the Ministry of Transport. Based on what President Mahama has done with the first 3 nominees that are going before Parliament, we can speculate. He had the former deputies being nominated for the substantive positions. I don't know whether that's going to happen in every ministry, but you can then look at a place like education and see that it is Sami Okudzeto Ablakwa who is going to go there. I don't know whether Sami will be very happy with that, though, because I think that for the last 8 years, he's been preparing himself for the position of Minister of Foreign Affairs. In case that the NDC won the election either in 2020 or now in 2024, as they have indeed won, I think that Ablakwa was looking at foreign affairs. I'm not sure that he was looking at education, to go back to education where he had been a deputy to Jenano Pokwajaman, incidentally, who is currently the vice president. So let's see what happens more, but we can confidently speculate from this one that Ablakwa will be headed for education. Now, communication is being talked about, and it looks like President Mahama is going to do what he did when he was president the first time. He's going to put communication and information together. That's the reason why I'm going to talk about Felix Ofosu-Kwakye in a minute. But Idrisu Haruna was Minister for Communication before, which was the Professor Mills period, the communication that was without information. Sam George has been the ranking member for communication for 2 terms, and has been quite loud and vociferous in defending the NDC's position in terms of the Suba issues, in terms of Kelni, GVG, in terms of the things that have been happening at the communication places. There's some rumors, a little bit of rumors, that Sam George may have, stepped in the wrong place with people who are influential around President Mahama once or twice over some matters that are not completely clearly said, but there's some rumor like that. And that Idrisu Haruna comes in with a significant constituency within the party. The party has a few constituencies, as you know. John Mahama, of course, one. Certainly, Johnson Asedun Katia is a huge constituency. Other people have smaller constituencies. They want to say that Idrisu Haruna has a recognizable, or must have a recognizable constituency within the NDC party, especially within the northern part of the NDC party. Therefore, they are thinking that Idrisu Haruna must certainly have a big portfolio, sort of to boot with the big victory that the NDC has won. It should reflect in a big portfolio for Idrisu Haruna. In the circumstances, those people are thinking Idrisu Haruna should rather be the Minister for Communication and Information when it's put together. But Idrisu Haruna is elsewhere. Elsewhere in the Ministry of Defense, Idrisu Haruna's name is mentioned. Again, here is another area where it is said that President Mahama is going to merge Defense and Interior. He's looking for 60 ministers. He now has 57 to go. 16 of those are going to be regional ministers. So he's left with 32 plus 12, whatever that is. 3 of them out of the 32 are out now. He's settled on that. So he's going to perhaps put some ministries together to help him achieve the 60 without sort of expending too much resource. and without reducing too much resource as well. So it's very important. So defense and interior. If that defense and interior is put together, it becomes one of the big ministries. Idris Haruna's name has come up again. James Agaga, his name was always penciled for the Minister for Interior. Now, he also has the deputy stint. He was the deputy of Minister for Interior. At the time President Mahama was exiting, he was deputy to Prosper Bani, who was the Minister for Interior at the time President Mahama was exiting. So if the deputy's theory works, James Agaga should be heading to Interior as Minister. If President Mahama is going to keep Interior separate from Defense. From what we are hearing, no, but anything can change, isn't it? So James Agaga is also in the record. Then there's Ken Ajay, whom we were told was going to be Defense Minister for sure. He too was Deputy Defense Minister at the time President Mahama's first government exited in January 2017. Ken Ajay here was a Deputy Defense Minister. So if the deputy's theory is working, which is John Jinapo, Deputy Power, now nominated for Energy, the Dominic Aini, Deputy Attorney General, now nominated for Attorney General, and then who else? Keselato Forsen, Deputy Finance Minister, now nominated for Finance Minister. Then you're going to have James Agaga, Deputy Interior Minister, now nominated for Interior Ministry, and you're going to have Ken Ajay, Deputy Defense Minister, now nominated for Defense. Where does that leave COP Kofi Boakye? Well, perhaps if Prosper Bani is going to be the Minister for National Security, there's still the role of the National Security Coordinator, which before the ministerial role came was the most powerful one in the national security apparatus. It is still quite powerful because it looks like the National Security Coordinator is where the operations, all the operations matters go through. It hinges on the National Security Coordinator. So it's an important post still. Kofi Boakye might just become the National Security Coordinator. Or perhaps President Mahama would like to do something for the first time, send Kofi Boakye to the Ministry of Interior as the Minister for Interior. If you have Interior and Defense together, I doubt whether it's going to be Kofi Boakye, because then you're going to have a policeman there. When you put police and soldiers together, you're going to have a former policeman to lead. That will be awkward. But if he's keeping Interior as it is, then Kofi Boakye has a potential, as James Agaga does. If he's putting it together, it looks more like Idris Haruna. Let's see what the president will do. We don't know that yet, do we? Okay. Foreign affairs is becoming quite interesting. As we've seen that Okujeto Ablakwa is perhaps almost certainly going into education, which I'm not sure he'll be pleased with, the conversation about foreign affairs is growing. Alex Segbefia here was health before, but it is looking very obvious that Dr. Mane Boama will take the health portfolio, most likely in the list next to come. Dr. Mane Boama will take the health portfolio. Alex Segbefia is still quite important to the NDC in the diaspora and the NDC in the Volta region. They will not be happy if Alex Segbefia is left without any important portfolio to reflect the size of the NDC victory. Then you have also Joyce Bauer, who apparently has been lobbying for the foreign ministry job for a while. But as we are speculating tonight, she's almost certainly headed to the Ministry of Transport to take up the portfolio of her former boss, as she was Deputy Minister for Transport in the last John Mahama administration. The Honorable Hannah Tete has been working abroad, but she will be very happy to return to the portfolio as Minister for Foreign Affairs. President Mahama has one term, and he would like to get his foreign affairs picking up and working very quickly. In that case, he is going to perhaps be persuaded that one who already knows the terrain, is perhaps the best way to go. So that also might happen, Hannah Tete, for foreign affairs. And then Kojo Bonsu is here. Kojo Bonsu has the style for it. He's been mayor of Kumasi. He has quite a huge international exposure. And he's a businessman. If President Mahama is looking for a foreign affairs minister who has an inclination towards business, so that you can talk to Asia, you can talk to Abu Dhabi, and you can talk to them about business, then Kojo Bonsu will be the one that perhaps will come to his mind. So that's at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Health here. Omane Boama, we already said, has a shoe-in. It's a shoe-in at the Ministry of Health Department, where at the Ministry of Health, most likely, almost certainly, Dr. Omane Boama will be the nominee for the Ministry of Health. Alex Segbefia will put here because he was the last Minister of Health, and if there's any change of mind in the president's mind, perhaps you think of Alex Befia. Well, none has a real advantage over each other in terms of the parliamentary conversation, because none of them is a member of parliament. Members of parliament are going to have an advantage in becoming ministers in this President Mahama administration because of the circumstances. I don't know whether they have it here. We were discussing the circumstances of how many MPs will not be members of parliament. Yes, they're going to put it out. Okay, it's going to come up in a minute, and then we can look at it. Okay. Excellent. All right. As often as we can, let's watch the swearing in of President Mahama once again. Yeah. And then we'll come back to the text messages. Let's see the swearing of President Mahama once again, as often as we can, having been sworn in on the 7th of January, 2 days ago, as the new president of Ghana.
Your name.
John Dramani Mahama.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith.
That I will bear true faith.
And allegiance.
And allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will uphold.
And that I will uphold.
The sovereignty.
The sovereignty.
And integrity.
And integrity.
Of Ghana.
Of Ghana.
And that I will preserve.
And that I will preserve.
Protect.
Protect.
And defend.
And defend.
The Constitution.
The Constitution.
Of the Republic of Ghana. Your name.
John Dramani Mahama.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith.
That I will bear true faith.
And allegiance.
And allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will uphold.
And that I will uphold.
The sovereignty.
The sovereignty.
And integrity.
And integrity.
Of Ghana.
Of Ghana.
And that I will preserve.
And that I will preserve.
Protect.
Protect.
And defend.
And defend.
The Constitution.
The Constitution.
Of the Republic of Ghana. Your name.
John Dramani Mahama.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith.
That I will bear true faith.
And allegiance.
And allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will uphold.
And that I will uphold.
The sovereignty.
The sovereignty.
And integrity.
And integrity.
Of Ghana.
Of Ghana.
And that I will preserve.
And that I will preserve.
Protect.
Protect.
And defend.
And defend.
The Constitution.
The Constitution.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
All right, let's take the text messages and we get back on the touch screen. It's now 28 minutes past 10 o'clock. When we get back, we're going to find out about what we should expect for the first 120 days of the new president. How do we know what we should expect? There's a publication to that effect. We'll share with you. We'll come back right now. Let's hear what people are saying about our show. Fatih, alone.
Right, so this is coming from Yao February, and Yao says, I'm short of words looking at the nature of the disaster, concerning the Kantamanto market. It says, this sudden effect on the people, not only the sellers, but also the buyers. The government and philanthropists should try to donate and console the victims. And I expect this government to use this Kantamanto case to study and put the necessary measures in place in other markets to cure such happenings. CCTV cameras, task forces, and attractive allowances to the committees set up by the leaders of the market. Paul says Kantamanto is a very big and mostly known for used clothes, but all the items donated after the disaster is only going to be the used clothes. That's why the foul sellers are crying of being left out of their share of cash and items donated. Master Planner Junior all the way from Kintampo says, I heard President Mahama in his first speech complaining about COVID-19 and its effects globally. Honorable John Jinapo also complaining about likely doom so. They shouldn't even start it. If you fail to deliver on your promises, thinking that we will allow you to complain, then no ways. The clock is ticking, 118 days more for the first set of promises. That's the e-levy, betting levy, COVID-19 levy, etc. We are watching. Now coming from Dustin Konisi, so the poultry sellers had their animals killed alive by this fire. That's so heartbreaking. Aaron Babaku says the Fourth Republic and the Ninth Parliament in Ghana symbolizes the country's commitment to democracy and good governance. As a citizen, it is crucial for us to recognize the importance of democracy in driving social, economic progress and development. By upholding democratic views, promoting transparency and accountability, and actively participating in civic engagement, we can contribute to more and inclusive society for all Ghanaians. Now, James says, Paul, may God guide you and give you long life and good health. Now back to you, Paul.
Our screen is bothering us a little bit. So we're going to look at the promises, but we can do that on Tuesday. And we have other stories to do on Tuesday. But this is what we need to look out for. President Mahama says he's going to have 60 ministers, which is commendable. Many Ghanaians have commended him for that. And it appears he's committed to doing that. With 3 announced, there's 57 to go, isn't it? Now, the NDC, as of today, has 188 members in Parliament. The Constitution requires that more than half of ministers be taken out of Parliament. More than half. So if 60 ministers, half of 60 is 30. And so 31 should be coming from Parliament. It could be more. That means he could do more from Parliament than just half plus 1. But the minimum he can do is 31 out of Parliament. That's the minimum. It could be more in favor of Parliament. But this is the minimum. If that's the minimum, then you're going to have about 158 to 157 MPs who are not going to be ministers or deputy ministers. That's a large number to deal with. The repercussions are political. We'll be talking about that in subsequent editions of the program. It's 28 minutes at the top of the hour. Now, let's get back to the inauguration. This program is really dedicated to the inauguration. Let's get back to the inauguration and hear what President Mahama said. They want me to hold on a little bit? Oh, second break. Okay. Should I take the second break now? Okay. So let's take the second break now, and then we come back. We'll get back to the inauguration. Hear what President Mahama said. We'll be right back.
There's nothing worse than your multi-bet missing, but nothing better than having it saved. BetSaver.
Hey, what's up?
How far with your internship?
To be honest, I'm so nervous about starting this new role on Monday.
Oh, please. I know you'll be great at it. You should be worried about what benefits they have. Example, do they have health insurance?
I doubt they will have that for interns. But no shaking. I have NHIS already.
Ask your son a line, ting.
Hey now, look at you. What are you going to do in the office when you can just download the app to register for an NHIS membership?
Yes, my people. You heard right. You can now download and register your membership on my NHIS app. No long queues or tedious paperwork. All you need is your Ghana card to register for yourself and for others. Once you register, you get a new digital NHIS card on your phone. My NHIS app gives you access to credentialed health facilities and services across the country. NHIS covers over 95% of disease conditions in Ghana. Access to healthcare just got easier.
Now let me sign up quickly. Please, Seth, I'm starting work next month.
Attention all farmers. Are you ready to take your crops to the next level? Introducing 3 effective organic composts that will revolutionize your farming practices. ACAP, K-Cup and Aricop brings to you the ultimate solution for your fertilizer needs. Introducing the A-Cup Grade A, K-Cup Equiafua Jinkwa, and the Aricop with cocoa blends, palm blend, and mulch. These are made from locally sourced municipal solid waste, and these are the perfect choice for sustainable farming. Join the organic revolution today. Boost your crop yield, improve soil health, and support sustainable farming practices. Choose A-Cup, K-Cup, and Aricop organic compost for a greener and bountiful harvest. For your purchase and more information, call the numbers on your screen. Our products are endorsed by COCOBOD, Planting for Food and Jobs, and the Ministry of Food and Agriculture.
Here's Kwame and Yao. After hours of planning, both have locked in the same perfect multi-bet. Big win for United, over 1.5. And both teams to score in the London Derby. But who could have picked Leicester over City? Or a high-scoring game at the Bridge? There's nothing worse than having your perfect multi-bet missing. But there's nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver. Win, even if your bet misses.
Sometimes the unexpected happens and the hero falls down in his own story. But he needs not stay down for long. Cosmopolitan Health Insurance is your trusted health partner. Whether an individual building a business, with Cosmopolitan Health Insurance, your medical care is our concern. For the best health insurance solutions for corporate institutions, groups and associations, families and individuals, choose Cosmopolitan Health Insurance from our over 700 accredited health service providers nationwide. Call us on 0302 540 668 or 0501 678 547 for all your health insurance solutions. Cosmopolitan Health Insurance, your medical care is our concern.
This is Coastal Park, a well-demarcated gated community carved out to host your residential and commercial properties. With a minimum of 40,000 Ghana cedis, you too can own a piece of this serene site.
It's just 50 minutes drive from the Central University College, as well as just some 5 minutes drive from the Ningo Senior High School. More so, just in case you live somewhere in Adam and you want to take that excursion to many of those areas along the Volta estuary, this is the right property for you to invest in.
Great news from Estate Masters Limited. We're running a 10% discount promo on all sites to celebrate our 10th anniversary. Join in the celebration by becoming an Estate Master. Enjoy benefits such as free site visits throughout the duration, free indenture, and free site plan. Contact us for more information. Remember, T's and C's apply. Estate Masters Limited, your most preferred estate partner.
There's nothing worse than your multi-bet missing, but nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver.
Welcome back to the show, and it's inauguration Thursday, so all week inauguration. Let's get back to the Independence Square and show you some of the very interesting videos from the inauguration of John Dramani Mahama. Have a look.
Today's exercise between the outgoing president, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and I feels a bit like a deja vu. That is because 8 years ago to this day, on January 7th, 2017, we shared this same space and performed this same transitional exercise. At the time, I was the outgoing president, having served one term, and he was the incoming president, having been given a mandate by the people of Ghana to lead this great nation of us. He and I both understood on that day, as I'm sure we are today, that it is the people of Ghana that we are elected to serve. Somehow, it seems fitting that it is with Nana Akufo-Addo that I twice shared this stage and this unique historical distinction, because Nana Akufo-Addo and I began our national political careers in Parliament in the same year, 1996. He has always greeted me with warmth, a firm handshake and a smile, and he is perhaps the only person in my life who has persistently chosen to call me Johnny. While we belong to opposing political parties, we shared a sense of mutual respect. In those early days, we probably could not have imagined that destiny would bring us to the leadership of our respective parties, and that we would have to face off 3 separate times as we each vied for the highest office of the land. Nana asked this to be our final meeting under these circumstances. And as I look back on the journey we have traveled together, 2 much younger men who entered Parliament together with a full head of black hair, and you with the same bald head and round eyeglasses, I have to say that you have, without exception, been a worthy opponent. With the inauguration of Ghana's first female vice president, we have turned a significant page in our history. Nana Jane's ascension to the high office is not merely a personal triumph. It symbolizes our collective commitment to fostering a nation where gender equality and female representation are cherished and amplified. This is a powerful testament to the power of diverse voices to shape the future, voices that have the courage to soar beyond our traditional confines. My brothers and sisters, together as we look to the horizon, we reaffirm our dedication to breaking the glass ceiling that has long hindered many from reaching their full potential. Governance that reflects all segments of our population strengthens our democracy and enriches our conversation. We stand committed to enacting policies that empower women and ensure that the door of opportunity is opened wide for our youth and our women, regardless of their background. Together we'll galvanize our efforts to create a society where every Ghanaian can dream, believe, and achieve without any restraints. Remember that great leadership is not defined merely by the offices we occupy, but by the legacy that we leave for future generations. My administration, along with my Vice President, Nana Akufo-Addo, will prioritize inclusivity, accountability, and innovation, forging pathways that will lead to the upliftment of all of our citizens. I'm profoundly grateful for this moment, a cornerstone in our journey towards a brighter future for Ghana. I extend my warmest wishes to His Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. It was a grueling campaign, and we gave it our all. Your sportsmanship in making an early concession eased tensions and contributed to the early conclusion of the electoral contest. I wish you all the best in your endeavors. More than ever before, we need to strengthen our ties with our neighbors to ensure that we're working together to keep our sub-region safe. We stand in solidarity and work in alliance with all our neighbors in the sub-region. Recognizing the history of our borders, we also acknowledge that on the other side of our country's borders are our family members. They may be Ivorians, they may be Togolese, they may be Burkinabes, they may be Nigerians or Malians, but they are also Akans, they are Kasinas, they are Guans, they are Ewes, they are Nzemes, they are Hauses, they are Moshis and Gurmes. Because we are all part of one another, one big family. In this resounding victory, I see a clarion call, particularly from the youth of Ghana, a generation that is brimming with potential and dreams that are waiting to be realized. This moment, the powerful affirmation that your voices matter, that your aspirations are valid, and that your future must be our priority. We're committed to translating your hopes into action and creating opportunities for education, entrepreneurship, employment, and empowerment. Our policies will be tailored to sustain innovation and foster industry that engages today's young minds and equip them with the skills needed for tomorrow's challenges. Together with the private sector and captains of business, we will create decent and well-paying jobs. As we embark on this new chapter, I assure you that our decisions will champion diversity in all facets of governance, ensuring that every Ghanaian, regardless of your ethnicity, your gender, your age, your religion, or any background, will have the opportunity to contribute to our nation's story. Ghana's youth represent the heartbeat of our democracy. Their ambition will drive our policies as we strive to create an inclusive, equitable society where everyone has a seat at the table.
There is no gainsaying that under President John Dramani Mahama, we are going to be seeing another move of Ghana to a higher height. Don't forget, this is not his first time he's been a president. He's been a president before. He's been a vice president for 2 terms. He had a chance that the last 6 months before the end of the 2 terms, he became a president when Professor Atta Mills passed. And so we know that definitely is going to be a very good. And you know, people grow, people learn. You can imagine how much of reflection he's had after 8 years of being in opposition, and how finally he's come to that understanding of even what the process is going to be. I'm happy for him. And you can tell that from the way he engaged even religious leaders in the religious body, it is very clear that he has an agenda for the country. I mean, what a joy it was to hear that he wants to restart the state. He wants to go to 24-hour economy. And some of these things are very pertinent statements that I believe, if it's really practiced, if it's not just a talk, but he makes the talk becomes a walk, it will Ghana to another level.
We think that from one presidency to another, we should be made better. In terms of bringing the drive, maybe pushing the men to do much more than we have done in the past. In terms of also encouraging our womanhood, because they are in the majority, and I'm sure she will be a source of encouragement and inspiration to many women in this nation.
I should tell the younger generation that God can speak a word, they can hijack the word, they can manipulate the word. But if it's from the womb of the Spirit, like Isaiah chapter 55 says, it will surely come to pass. It's a big day for the Church of God. It's a big day for the prophetic world that a prophet called Prophet Nigel Gacy 8.5 years ago in Israel saw that Kwame Dramani will be president against all odds. It has come to pass. So it's a big day for the prophetic.
Your expectations are there?
Today is a big day. I want us to celebrate it. We are praying. We'll keep praying. And I'm believing God that anything that is of God will do well. So all Ghanaians, we should put our hands to the wells and let's get working. Let's get Ghana going. And I wish everybody well. And I've been watching you. I wish you well. You're a great young man.
Our vision hinges on the introduction and implementation of a 24-hour economy. We envisage an innovative and vibrant 24-hour Ghanaian economy, which will also be anchored in agriculture and agribusiness. This innovative approach would unlock potentials that have long remained dormant, enabling us to harness the energy and creativity of all our people. Just imagine a Ghana where our markets are alive and bustling at all hours of the day, with responsive public services accessible at all times, such that businesses can operate flexibly to meet the diverse demands that they are subjected to. And young people, including entrepreneurs, can find opportunities regardless of traditional institutions. The 24-hour economy model will also bolster job creation for the young people, stimulate local industry, and attract foreign investments, and allow us to build resilient communities and a sustainable future. This vision extends beyond mere economic transactions. It symbolizes empowerment, the empowerment of every Ghanaian to contribute to our national progress. My fellow citizens, this vision will allow us to embrace diversity, to cater to varied lifestyles and preferences, and foster a culture of inclusion, ensure that every citizen can enjoy the fruits of his hard work. In this resounding victory, I see a clarion call, particularly from the youth of Ghana, a generation that is brimming with potential and dreams that are waiting to be realized. This moment, the powerful affirmation that your voices matter, that your aspirations are valid, and that your future must be our priority. We're committed to translating your hopes into action and creating opportunities for education, entrepreneurship, employment, and empowerment. Our policies will be tailored to sustain innovation and foster industry that engages today's young minds and equip them with the skills needed for tomorrow's challenges. Together with the private sector and captains of business, we will create decent and well-paying jobs. As we embark on this new chapter, I assure you that our decisions will champion diversity in all facets of governance, ensuring that every Ghanaian, regardless of your ethnicity, your gender, your age, your religion, or any background, will have the opportunity to contribute to our nation's story. Ghana's youth represent the heartbeat of our democracy. Their ambition will drive our policies as we strive to create an inclusive, equitable society where everyone has a seat at the table. The circumstances we find ourselves in are indeed dire, but even so, I'll be decisive and swift in my actions. We'll focus our initial efforts on 4 critical areas. The first is economic restoration and stabilization of the macroeconomic environment. The second is the improvement of the business and investment environment to ensure that Ghana is once again open for business. The third is governance and constitutional reforms. And the final, but not the least, is accountability and the fight against corruption. My brothers and sisters, actions have always spoken louder than words. With that in mind, I have entered into a covenant with you, the good people of Ghana, in which I have enumerated 26 actions that I'll take within my first 120 days. There is reason for hope, and there is every reason for hope. But we must also have faith, because faith empowers us to trust the things that will happen. With faith, you believe what you know, and that is why we need faith to be able to achieve our resets. To the business leaders, adopt a new model and join me in shaping a business environment where creativity thrives and where the fruits of your investments contribute to the collective welfare of our nation. Your role in driving our economy forward cannot be overstated. Your innovation and dedication will be a backbone of our success story. And I pledge to you that we would look at the tax regime and rationalize them so that they are more transparent and fair. Members of the business community, I assure you, Ghana is open for business again.
President Mahama said Ghana is open for business again. All right, let's go to our final list of text messages and then we're wrapping up this Inauguration Day event show. Next week, Tuesday, we'll be back. By then, the month of January and the year 2025 will be full-blown. And so we'll get into full-throttle political conversation. To text messages now, 5 minutes at top of the hour at 11. What are people saying?
All right, so the last text messages here comes from Yao, and he says the relationship between the President Mahama and the former President Nana Akufo-Addo should send an inducement message to the youth and the Republic of Ghana. And now Kweku says, welcome back, Paul, the last team standing with integrity, honesty, fact, and professionalism. Now back to you, Paul.
All right, that's where we leave it for tonight's edition of the show. Thank you to the Kantamanto Group who joined us in the studio to talk about a few difficult matters that they are going through given the fire that ravaged the entire market. And then also, congratulations to President John Dramani Mahama and the NDC. We're back with another edition of the show next week. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Metro TV, insightful and inspiring moments.
Mr. Bempa will tell us when we get to the zoo. Welcome back. We are here at the Accra Zoo, and as you can hear, some of the animals are already making noise.